All right, it's National Wine Day. I've got my Wine Princess shirt on in honor of it. And I've decided what to do is to teach you the 7 health benefits of red wine. I just got pixie-fied. Pixie dusted. All right, I'm about to try one of these Dragon Balls. Oh, look at this, she is good! I am in a lei making class. So, first we're gonna start off with opening a bottle of wine. This is called No Curfew. It is a red blend from California. I chose this one because I happen to like red blends. This one's supposed to have like a cherry flavor and berries, so let's open it up. Got my special wine glass, as don't ever let anyone dull your sparkle. I got this as a gift. My nickname is Sparkles, for those that didn't know. And we will open one up and enjoy a glass of wine together while I tell you about all the health benefits of red wine. Most people know at least one health benefit for red wine, but I'm gonna go down the list and give you 7 of them. Smells really good. Okay, let's try a glass. Smells really nice. Oh, that's a nice wine. Okay, so we're gonna have some of this. So I'm going to reap the health benefits while I teach you what the health benefits are and educate you a little bit about wines. So I picked out 7 different wines. We're gonna do 1 wine for each health benefit. And I'm not actually matching them up. It doesn't matter which red wine you drink to get the health benefits. They're just talking about red wine in general. Benefit number 1, red wine might lower blood sugar levels. Red wine might actually lower blood sugar levels. What, you say? There was a study that was done that found that people with type 2 diabetes who had a glass of wine with dinner instead of a glass of water, and those people had a lower spike in their blood sugar levels. There was also a controlled study done with type 2 diabetics, and some of the people got white wine to drink at dinner, some had red wine, and some had water. And they had to do that every night at dinner for 2 years following a Mediterranean style diet with lower carbs. And what they found out was the people who were drinking the red wine were the ones that were reaping the most health benefits. It modestly improved their HDL, and those who drank red found a slight improvement over their glucose metabolism. Now, before you start chugging down the wine, it's moderate amounts of wine. We're not talking about an entire bottle of wine in one sitting. Glass here, glass there, on a regular basis can be fine. But before anything, always check with your doctor. I'm not giving health advice. I'm just sharing with you some benefits that I found while doing some research. So don't forget to check with your doctor if you want to drink wine. And that note, we're gonna have another sip. Health benefit number 2. A glass of red wine could help you shed some pounds. Okay, the second wine I'm going to show you is called the Boxer. This is a Shiraz. I have not had this one yet, but a Shiraz is typically a little bit of a spicy note. Some may have pepper. This one is an Australian wine. I do happen to like Australian wines. I've had this for a couple of years. I'm not sure why I'm waiting to open it, but I will open it eventually and enjoy it. Well, we all know that people who drink a lot, and especially the sugary drinks like the mojitos and the rum runners, and if you drink them over a long period of time, same thing with beer drinkers, you do tend to gain weight. But in 2010, there was a research done that showed with red wine, the opposite was true. Their study results showed that women who are of middle or older age and have a normal body weight could consume light to moderate amounts of red wine without gaining lots of weight. That's compared to people who didn't drink at all. Tip number 3. There may be a link between wine and cold prevention. The next one that I have is a Malbec. I just recently started liking Malbecs. This one I got during a sale at a wine tasting I went to. I bought a bunch of wine at the same time, so this only cost me about $7.50 for a bottle. It's a deep red wine, it's quite yummy, and I really happen to like Malbecs. Did you know that red wine can boost the immune system? A 2002 study found that a moderate consumption of red wine could actually reduce about 200 different viruses out there that cause the common cold. Now, this part of it is a little extreme, but they did this study based on Spanish people who tend to drink a lot of wine with their dinners, and it came out with the results that said that people who drank up to 14 glasses of wine a week had a 40% lower risk of contracting the common cold than those who drank less. So cheers to that. Tip number 4. Red wine could keep your memory sharp. Our 4th wine is a Bordeaux, my husband's favorite. Now it can't say Bordeaux on the bottle unless it's actually from the French region of Bordeaux in France. I have tasted this wine. It's not my personal favorite, but my husband loves it. Most of the time, the Bordeauxs are a combination of 2 types of grapes, the Cabernet Sauvignon grape and the Merlot grape. Those 2 wines are not my personal favorite most of the time. Sometimes there are ones that I will like, but typically I don't. But this is a great wine for those who want something a little bit more substantial and perhaps a little bit of dryness at the end. You might think drinking wine keeps your memory sharp. You start feeling like, woo, with a couple, but they're actually saying, yeah, it can make your memory a little sharper. There was a study done over a 40-year period from 1971 to 2011, and it studied the effects of alcohol, red wine specifically, on cognition. What they found is low to moderate drinking of red wine in elderly people protects against cognitive disease and dementia. Although they do say more research does need to be done, but the initial findings sound pretty good to me. Bottoms up. Tip number 5. Wine could be a cavity's worst enemy. Bottle number 5 is a Cabernet Sauvignon. I just spoke about the Cabernet. It's a heavier grape, goes great with meat. I actually like the Cabernet best when I am eating it with a steak dinner. For me, it's a little bit too heavy most of the time and a little drier than what I typically like. But if you like that type of wine, this is a great one. I have not tried this one yet, but I'm sure it'll be yummy. Now, it may come to surprise to you that even a sweet wine, there's a study that says it could prevent tooth decay. That's because red wine has antibacterial properties, and that means fewer bacteria can attack your teeth. But you still should brush your teeth before you go to sleep at night. Some research says that red wine is linked to a lower risk of developing prostate cancer. Is one of my favorite types of wine, and that's the Pinot Noir. This one is from when I used to get the wine club deliveries from the Francis Ford Coppola winery. And I like this wine because it's very light and fruity at the end. And if you are just making your way into red wines, this is a very good starter red wine. Researchers decided to put to the test red wine versus white wine in a study against men and prostate cancer. What they found is a moderate amount of white wine would increase the chances of getting prostate cancer, while a moderate amount of red wine actually reduced the chances of getting prostate cancer. And tip number 7, drinking moderate amounts of red wine could be good for your heart. And our 7th wine is one that, again, I found a few weeks ago at an event I went to. This is called the Toro Loco. It's a Spanish wine, and I absolutely love this wine. So this one reminds me of a Pinot Noir, even though it's not. It's fresh, it's fruity, it's delicious, and I really like this wine. A lot of people already know about this one. We've all heard lately that moderate amounts of red wine are good for your heart, and that's a good thing. Numerous studies have been done on people drinking red wine and the effects on your heart. It found that people who drink red wine on a regular basis have higher levels of HDL cholesterol. That's the good cholesterol, and that protects your heart. Red wine also keeps your blood thin, and that means less chance of blood clotting in your brain or in your arteries. So with 7 benefits to red wine, why not pour yourself a glass tonight? And cheers! Happy National Wine Day. Well, thank you for tuning into the wonderful world of Wendy. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button by clicking below. Give me a thumbs up. And cheers! Have a great night.